Hey everybody, it's your boy Nerdicane. This is attempt number 3. Attempt number 2 got a little ranty, little angry, so I got rid of that one. Attempt number 1 was dead silence for about 10 minutes. I drive a Volkswagen, which Volkswagens, when it comes to the Bluetooth and being connected and like trying to use this as a mobile recording studio, is a little weird. If the radio is on and I'm trying to record, it just records. I don't know where it's picking up the source from. It's just recording nothing. I think it's working. But it's not working. But anyway, enough with my struggles with recording my crappy videos. Something very interesting happened, and a lot of very interesting things have happened over this past month. But something interesting happened over the last few days. There's been a little bit of a fallout, a little bit of an olive branch. Granted, it was a very wilted and ugly and snapped in half olive branch, but Ethan Van Sciver, here's the quick rundown. Ethan Van Sciver was doing a live stream. Donnie Cates called him, left a message. Ethan, who was, addressing his fans and had his phone on silent, missed the call, saw the call, being the boomer that he is, accidentally called him back, and then shut it off instantly. Well, Donnie called him back, and what happened, what proceeded to happen was a sort of an awkward conversation with Donnie and Ethan while he was on the live stream. Ethan picked up the phone and said, "Hey, Donnie, you're on the live stream with 2,000 ComicsGate fans. Say hi to ComicsGate." Donnie Cates would not. He's being weird. First off, I know why he didn't want to say it. I'm not going to play coy about that. If he said hello, the psychos would attack him saying that he was embracing it. If he said hello, people who are on the ComicsGate side, who are a little jumpy, a little too froggy, they would take that soundbite and they would run with it. So I can understand why he didn't. It did seem it left a bit of a bad taste in my mouth. But I can see why. I mean, one thing I want to say, Donnie, what are you scared of? Why are you scared of any of these psychos? All these psychos at the big three, they're unemployed, just like you. They have no power because there's no power to be had. So I'm not real sure what he was afraid of. So I do, because this is conjecture. This is me guessing. I'm guessing the reason Donnie is calling Ethan is because he's out of work currently. He's laid off by Marvel, and he understands that Marvel coming back is not going to be... The Marvel before COVID is dead. The Marvel coming back is probably going to be a much, much smaller Marvel in a company, Disney, that has taken a huge loss for this year. So coming back, the axes are going to come out. They're going to say, okay, what's making money, what's not making money? A lot of things are going to be chopped. So I feel that Donnie is calling Ethan to say, hey, let's clear things up. Let's get back to being associates. I need your help getting into the indie market. That's what I think the crux of this is. I think Donnie Cates wants to get into the crowdfunding, the Kickstarter market, because the market that was, where he was marketing his skills, that was Marvel Comics, is gone. It's going to be very different when this COVID quarantine lifts. So I think that's what caused him. A couple things stood out. We've got to ask ourselves, and above all of this, we have to ask ourselves as fans, as the buying public for comic books, how do we accept this? Donnie Cates has been very famous for antagonizing and making snide remarks, and being one of those SJWs up on the shining palace on the hill, thumbing his nose and pointing and saying, "Look at these plebs, look at these people down there struggling in their dirt mounds while I'm here writing Spider-Man." And that's sort of the feeling that we get from him. So now he's going to have to swallow his pride quite a bit. And from the conversation, one of the things that didn't sit well with me was it felt like Donnie was trying to big time Ethan, was trying to say, hey, I'm doing you a favor by calling you. Why? I don't want to, I thought we were going to have a private conversation with us. I'm taking time out of my day. Well, newsflash, Donnie, your day is nothing but time right now. Marvel has told you to stop writing. So you've got plenty of time. That's the mindset, and that's the attitude, this high and mighty, that a lot of these pros who are going to try to get into the indie market now, they're going to have trouble. They're going to struggle with. They're going to realize that they aren't the celebrity. They just happen to write a celebrity. Spider-Man's a celebrity. Thor is a celebrity. Captain America's a celebrity. They walk down the street, they get recognized. Dan Slott walks down the street, although we know Dan Slott doesn't walk anywhere. He's got one of those little scooters, those little rascal scooters. Donny Cates walks down the street. Nobody recognizes him because he's just another face in the crowd. And that's the thing that they're going to have to come to realize is you're not famous. You just happen to write a famous character right now. So the attitude is going to have to change going forward. The attitude is going to have to change going forward for the ComicsGate crowd. Now, Ethan probably has some animosity. Diversity in Comics, John Malin, the Brightwisers, they probably all have a lot of animosity going forward with these professionals who were in the industry who worked to destroy them. And a lot of them actively worked to destroy them. A lot of them passively worked to destroy them because they knew what was going on. They knew that they were being doxxed. They knew they were being harassed. A lot of them knew that Ethan Van Sciver is not a Nazi, but when people go to extremes and they find these surrogates like Renfamous to castigate, and they use news outlets like Bleeding Cool to defame these people. Oh, there's a really cute boxer over there. To defame these people, they were either actively part of it or they were passively part of it, where they sat back and they said they saw what was going on and they didn't pull that person aside and say, hey man, that's not professional. That's not the way you act when you're an adult or a professional adult. So that's going to be a problem with all of these people, the established ComicsGate professionals, the people who know this is how you get your own book made. This is what you have to do. You do the print file. You got to find a publisher, or you got to find a printer. You're your own publisher, so your publishing is actually distributing. If they're going to come to them and ask for their help with doing these things, they've got their own awkward conversations to have with Richard, with Ethan, with John Malin. So, but for us as fans, they didn't try to destroy us as individually, as fans. Yes, they called us a lot of bigots and they called us Nazis, but they weren't trying to actively destroy our careers. Being a fan is not a career. So, but we do have to ask ourselves, as ComicsGate, as fans, as the buying public, can we accept them? Do they have the right attitude? Have they realized that that what they were doing was wrong? We can't be retributionists, because that's what they are. The social retributionist warriors. That's the attitude they took. We can't. You're not going to stop. You're not going to end discrimination with discrimination. You don't. That's not how you end it. That's just how you propagate it in a different direction. So now that they're coming to the independent market, now that they're going to Indiegogo, to Kickstarter, we as fans are going to have to say, okay, is this a worthy project? Is this person being genuine? Are they genuinely interested in speaking with the fans, in entertaining the fans? Because, as a lot of these people have the problem with, is they're not really genuine. A lot of these personalities, especially Gail Simone, she has her actual personality, and then she has LaGail, who's on Twitter, who's on all these other things, and as she recently got a very rude awakening when she went to YouTube. LaGail is no-go on YouTube. She just started a channel. I highly recommend checking it out, especially the comment section. The comment section of a Gail Simone video is amazing. You need to go check those out. But getting back to what we were talking about here, as fans, as ComicsGate, we don't help anything. We don't help comics. We don't help the comic industry. We don't help the art form by completely slamming the door on face value to a lot of these pros who had bad behavior before. Yes, there are a handful of them who I consider irredeemable. Heather Ontos, if Heather Ontos comes to me with a project through Kickstarter, no thank you. Sina Grace, no thank you. Mark Waid, no thank you. But there are a lot of others who, yeah, they said what they said, and they were politically driven, and you know, they had bad behavior. Like Donny Cates, who is a talented person, he just might have got caught up in, you know, the temperature, the attitudes at Marvel, the way people, his co-workers were acting. He might have got caught up in that, which does happen at times. But I hope ComicsGate, individually, we can ask ourselves, okay, has this person seen the light? Has this person changed their ways? Are they going to act as a different professional going forward? Do I feel it's genuine? Can I support it? So, like I said, we don't do ourselves any favor by just shutting the door on them, because that's what they did to the Brightwisers. That's what they did to Ethan Van Sciver. That's what they did to Richard C. Myers. And, you know, as I said before, we're not going to end discrimination with discrimination. So hopefully we can find it in our hearts. If these people, you know, coming to the indie market are genuine and they really want to entertain us and they really want to be professionals who are good with the customer, can we support them? And I hope we can move past all of that happened in the past. But anyway, that's all I got for this one. Go check out Ethan Ainsworth. He's kind of the one who, he really changed my opinion. I was kind of a hardliner before. You know, I have Twitter conversations with Ethan in our DMs, and, you know, through YouTube as well. And watching his video that he put out, and I will definitely link to his video, he sort of softened my approach in that going forward, we don't do any good by just slamming the door in their face now. So go check that out. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. Thank you for subscribing. And you guys stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope you find some toilet paper. I just found some toilet paper. I went to Target and found toilet paper. I'm so excited. It's like Christmas or Easter on Christmas. Bye.